So let us start up with the first part of our alimentary canal, that is mouth and buccal cavity. So our mouth and buccal cavity, it has three parts. So first is teeth, and then is tongue, and then our salivary glands. So firstly, if we talk about teeth, so our teeth, each and every tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gum. So our every tooth, it is separately rooted, it is separately embedded into the gums. And then we have two sets of teeth during our lifetime. So firstly we have milk teeth, that are the temporary teeth, and then we have permanent teeth. So milk teeth, they develops at around 6 months of the age, whereas the permanent teeth, they develops around the 6 to 7 years of our age. So we have milk teeth that develops in the 6 months of the age, and then we have permanent teeth that develops around 6 to 7 years of our age. And then if we compare milk teeth, these are small and weak teeth, whereas the permanent teeth are the large and stronger teeth. And then is the number of teeth. So milk teeth, these are 20 in number, and the permanent teeth, these are 32 in number. So this is about two sets of teeth. So now let us talk about different types of teeth that we have. We have four different types of teeth, and these are, first are incisors. So first are incisors that are present in the front part of each jaw. So these incisors are present in the front part of each jaw, and these are four in number. So these incisors, these are four in number in each jaw. So four in lower jaw and four in upper jaw, it makes the total eight in number. So incisors, these are called as cutting teeth. So in the front part, 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are the cutting teeth, that is the incisors present in a single jaw. So this is a single jaw that is being represented. So followed by incisors, the second type of teeth that are known as canines. So canines, these are present on the sides of incisors. For example, these 1, 2, 3 and 4 were the incisors. So 1 and 2 canines were present on either sides of the incisors. So incisors, and then are the canines. So canines, these are present on the sides of incisors, and these helps in tearing of food. So this is known as tearing teeth. So one jaw has two canines, and similarly other jaw will also have two canines. So as a result of which total four canines we have, right? So followed by these canines we have teeth called as premolars. So premolars are present just next to canines. So these premolars, they helps in the grinding. So that is why these are known as grinding teeth. So if we talk about the number of premolars, so in one jaw it has 1, 2, 3 and 4 premolars. So there are 4 premolars in a single jaw, and 4 in one jaw plus 4 in another jaw. So total 8 number of premolars are present in our total set of teeth. So we have 8 premolars. So followed by premolars, the last type of teeth are the molars. So last we have molars, that are also called as grinding teeth. So we have 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. So total 6 molars in one jaw. So our one jaw has 6 molars. So 6 molars in lower plus 6 molars in upper jaw will give us total 12 molars. So we have 6 molars in one jaw. So this is the representation of different types of teeth. So in the middle we have incisors, that are 4 in one jaw. Followed by incisors we have 2 canines in one jaw. Followed by canines we have 4 premolars, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 premolars in one jaw. Followed by premolars we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 molars in one jaw. So this is the representation of one jaw, plus another jaw will also have same number of teeth. So it will be, the number of teeth will be doubled in both the jaws. So this is the four different types of teeth: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. So total 32 number of teeth are present in an adult. So then comes the second part of our buccal cavity, that is tongue. So what is tongue? Our tongue, it is a muscular organ that is attached to the floor of buccal cavity. So this is our tongue. From the posterior end, it is attached to the floor of our buccal cavity. Inside is our buccal cavity. Whereas our tongue, it is free from its front. So this is the front of the tongue. It is free from the front. So since it is free, so we can move it easily. So it is free at the front and it can move freely, right? So then our tongue, it has specific taste buds. So it has specific taste buds that helps us in tasting different types of food, right? So there are the different taste buds present on our tongue, right? So based on this, let us talk about the functions of our tongue. So firstly, our tongue, it helps us in speaking. So functions of tongue is for speaking first, and then due to the presence of these taste buds, it helps in the tasting of food. So let us talk about how does it helps in the tasting of food. So firstly, in the lower part, in this part of the tongue, the taste buds for the sweet food are present. So the taste bud for the sweet food are present here, right? So then is just beneath these and on the sides, there are the taste buds for the salty foods present. So just here the taste buds for the salty foods are present, and then followed by salty, here on the sides of the tongue, the taste buds for the sour food are present. So the taste bud for the sour food are present on the sides, right? And at the posterior end, almost at the end of the teeth, the taste bud for the bitter food are present. So for the bitter food, the taste buds are present at the back. So if we talk about these, so here is the taste buds for bitter food, and here are the taste buds for the sour food, followed by salty food. The taste bud for salty food are here, and at the tip we have taste buds for sweet food, right? So these are the different types of taste buds that are present on our tongue that helps us in the tasting of food, right? So next function of our tongue, it is the mixing of food with saliva. What is saliva? Saliva, it is a liquid substance that is produced in our buccal cavity by special glands that are called as salivary glands. So our tongue, it mixes the food with the saliva, and then it helps in the swallowing of food. So after mixing with saliva, our food gets swallowed easily, right? So this is the function of the tongue. So we had covered two parts of our mouth and buccal cavity. So we had covered teeth and tongue. So now let us talk about salivary glands. So salivary glands, these are the glands that are present in our buccal cavity, right? So these are the glands that are present in our buccal cavity, and these glands, they secretes a special fluid or a liquid, a transparent liquid called as saliva. So salivary glands, it secretes saliva. So now let us talk about saliva. What is saliva? So it is a transparent fluid or liquid that is being secreted by salivary glands. So what is the function of this saliva? So firstly, this saliva, it has a special enzyme. It has an enzyme which is known as salivary amylase. Salivary amylase. So what does this salivary amylase do? So this salivary amylase, it helps in the breakdown of sugars. So it functions on, it is related with the breakdown of sugar. So what does it do specifically? It functions on starch. So it functions on starch, and it leads to the breakdown of starch. It leads to the breakdown of starch into simpler sugar. So into simpler sugar. So here what does the salivary amylase do? It break down the starch into simple sugar. So what is the breakdown of substance into simple substance is called as? It is the digestion process. So the salivary amylase, it helps in the digestion of what? It helps in the digestion of starch. So the salivary amylase, it helps in the digestion of starch, right? So this is the function of saliva, that it produces salivary amylase which helps in the digestion of starch. So furthermore, there is one more function of this saliva. What is that? That it makes our food wet and slippery. So it makes the food wet and slippery. So since saliva, it is a liquid, so that is why it makes our food wet and slippery. So due to which our food becomes wet and it can be easily swallowed. So it makes food wet and slippery so that it can be easily swallowed. So that it can be easily swallowed down. So it can be easily swallowed. So these are the two functions that are produced by the saliva, that are performed by the saliva. So what does saliva do? It secretes an enzyme called as salivary amylase, which helps in the digestion of starch, which is a sugar, right? So then it makes our food wet and slippery so that our food can be easily swallowed. So this is the function of salivary gland. So with this we have covered our mouth and buccal cavity. That is, it has teeth. We have discussed different type of teeth. Then it has tongue, which is a muscular organ and has taste buds. And then we had just discussed about salivary glands, that are the glands that produce saliva, which helps in digestion of starch and it helps in swallowing of food. So this was about mouth and buccal cavity.